Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So, we're in the middle of nowhere. Well, kind of in the middle of nowhere. We are in Oregon, and we're very close to Nevada. It's like a Oregon-Nevada border-ish.
Yeah. We looked that way a little bit.
Nevada's over there.
Yeah, 6 miles, 5 miles that way, maybe less.
Hopefully a lot of you know who this guy is. You might remember him from the trip out to Graveyard Point exactly 1 year ago.
Exactly. Memorial Day weekend last year.
Wait, is Memorial Day on the same?
It's
one of the ones they move.
Day.
Anyway, we're getting off subject here already. Sean, he's been here before, so I mean, there's a lot of material here. I mean, we have, if you go to McDermitt, Nevada, and then you head west, there's a 27-mile loop, I believe, out in the middle of nowhere, kind of out here in the public lands, sagebrush, and it's beautiful out here. It is not car friendly. I would say do not drive your lowered Honda Civic out here. It's
something with high clearance usually really well, and if for the most part you can get by with a good high clearance vehicle, but four-wheel drive is helpful in some cases.
I'll roll some drone footage in here while we talk. So this whole area has agates, jasper, petrified wood, thunder eggs. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, fossils.
Fossils.
Plant fossils. And then some other minerals that are mined for commercial purposes that they used to do at each end. They're actually still mining at that end a little bit, but not at the west end. At the east end, they are.
And rhyolite. I think there's some banded rhyolites. I found some cruddy opals in the road.
So the opal from the petrified wood is heavy because it's a lot of mixed opalized petrified wood. Even the agate out here tends to have a lot of floating opal in it, but it can be very, very pretty. There's colors of pinks and purples, and think like the cotton candy blue from like the carnival. That kind of color blue, really odd color blues.
Well, I mean, I think that there's just a crazy amount of material, a huge space. I mean, when you look back here, right? Has anybody actually walked up there and looked at everything on the way? And then if you were to walk back 50 yards off to one side, you would see entirely different stuff going up these washes, all of that. There are some claims in this area, so that's something to be mindful of. Hopefully the claim owners are being responsible and marking their claims, but if they are not, they're not. Do your very best with that. That's what we do. We do our very best, and we respect the signs when we see the signs, but is what it is. And I think with that said, we're gonna go try to poke around and see if we can come up with stuff. I will not be putting GPS to anything here. I will be on the website. I will put the loop map, and you can kind of see what the road is. And really, it's like we just pulled over here and on this little side road, and we're just gonna go meander off into the desert. So that's kind of the strategy. So, and have a truck. You're gonna have a lot of stuff.
Indeed.
So here's the truck, and here's the road, and well, here's the agate that Sarah just found. Ugh. That's got to be 20 pounds easily. That's so cool. Well,
see the lines on it?
Yeah. Oh, look, you disturbed all those ants. Leica, stay away from the ants. But yeah, I mean, these are things that people would freak out about otherwise. Giant agate right there. Well, cool. Oh yeah, there's certainly some bigger pieces in here. Look at that. That's very blue. Well, I think, oh, and a little druzy. Wow. Wow. You can kind of see the texture here on the outside. Pretty neat stuff. Pretty neat. I think I'm taking that. Let's take a second. Look at this back here. It is incredible. I love places like this. And you can see that dirt cloud over there? Another guy out here rock hounding with us. You'll see him here shortly. He's a sleepy guy, so he slept in. But he's come down here to join us, and we'll hang out with him later and maybe do a little short interview. But for right now, well, the wagon is filling up with agates. I'm very impressed with this place. Now there's a big agate. Talk about agate boulder. I mean, who knows how deep that goes? Look at that thing.
That'd be rough getting that out.
Yeah, that's you gotta have a crane on the back of your truck to get that out.
It's really red.
Oh, hey.
Dark color.
Yeah, I was just looking at that one.
Seems like a lot of the stuff is more buried than you expect.
Is that good? I mean, it's the right size to put in the saw, and you can see there's some nice spots in it. I think. Oh, wow, look at this. That's a fun plate. Sarah.
Huh, that's cool.
Okay, so it's not the best piece, but like it's funny, so I like it. So this is everything that we picked up in how long? 30 minutes?
Sure, or less.
Yeah, 30 minutes or less, and this is all pretty nice agate. A couple of yard rocks, and I think some of this stuff would be nice to slab up and cut some slices off of in the saw. So definitely keeping that, and I think we're gonna sort through some of this stuff and then work back to the vehicles with it. So here is the sleepy member of our party.
Yeah.
You might recognize him. He copied my awesome hat style.
That's a good one.
Andrew, Rogue Rockhound here on the YouTube. He's out here with us as well, all the way from
Medford.
What? Medford?
Yeah.
I thought can we say Rogue Valley?
The Rogue Valley.
What does that encompass?
Well, actually, the Rogue Valley goes basically all the way up to Grants Pass and to Ashland, and so it's like the greater Jackson County, some of Josephine County in there.
Mm-hmm. And your two favorite places there are, was it Talent? You like Talent, right?
Yeah.
That's your favorite place.
Well, I mean, Talent's a little weird, but I tell you what, my favorite place to actually just hang out in the Rogue Valley.
The Talent Club.
Oh, dude, you've heard of that place, actually.
Oh, I've been to the Talent Club. Don't go to the Talent Club if you're in the Medford Ashland area.
No,
it's terrible.
Terrible. Yeah, it is not friendly.
I don't leave on video Yelp reviews often, but here is one. Don't go there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to second that gesture. Absolutely.
Cool. So yeah, you're out here rock hounding with us out here in the beautiful McDermitt area. It was kind of chilly last night. You can see we still got some snow up there capping the hills, and we got visitors back there. We got some cows, and we got more snow back there, and we got Sarah's out there picking things. So
she's finding all the good stuff before we can get out there.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes. Like, I'm screwing around with the camera and she's off finding awesome stuff.
Well, that's a team right there.
Yeah, that's the way we roll. You've been doing YouTube for a little bit now.
A little bit, I have a few videos out, but I was pretty busy with school, and now I'm back on the train finding the beautiful stuff out here, and man, is there just an amazing amount out here.
Question for you. Out of all the things that you could be doing with your time, why rock hounding? I mean, because realistically, right? Like, I mean, you could be playing golf. You could have a boat. You could do all kinds of different like interesting activities, hobbies that have like a community based around it. Why this?
Well, I think it's mostly for the cows.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I agree. There's like 5 baby cows over there, and
Good
they're
conversation.
adorable.
Yeah, they don't talk back much, you know. No, but I mean, really, there's a list of things. You know, it's a healthy hobby. There's a good community here. You're actually finding like, you know, semi-precious gemstones, and there's always new places. I mean, Oregon, we're a little bit spoiled here just because it's so vast and there's so many different geographies here. But you know, I think it's also kind of a lost hobby or a lost art, if you will, that we don't want to see lost. And so somebody's got to pick up the ball and keep rolling with it. And I figured it would be me.
I agree. I agree. I second everything you just said.
Well, then we're on the right team.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I think we're gonna keep poking around here, and if we find anything interesting here, I'll show you. Otherwise, we're gonna be moving around. Like I said, there's a ton. All of this. Who knows what is out there? And I don't mean the cows. I mean, you know, the stuff that they stand on. So we'll find some awesome stuff. Man, you can't make this stuff up. Look at that seam agate. That is quite cool. And here's gonna be another one. That one's not that cool. What's this one here? Ooh, that's kind of a fun, little funky seam agate. Well, we went to a different spot, and agate. That's a dog. Agate. Right here. Literally everything. Yeah. It's all agates. You see Sarah over there. Forgive any of the wind noise. I got the big wind sock on here right now. Try to tamper it down. We're gonna just probably grab a bucket here. You good, girl? Yeah, so Sean was just telling me this is a seam, right? Like compare that to him. Like completely ridiculous amount of agate. Just it's, you know, Graveyard Point is impressive. This road is also very impressive.
Dendritic.
Yeah, it's like there's dendrites, there's more opally bits. Yeah, I mean, I just picked up that, which I can absolutely cut in my saw. You know, like it. What do you got?
Piece of everything.
Wow.
Wood, but the whole road is paved with nothing but agate. All that you see there.
I like it.
Stuck in the road.
Yeah.
And it goes off to the sides.
The road paved in magic.
It is paved in agate, sir.
the agate highway out here. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Pick it up.
Wow. And you know, when I look out at places, yeah, there we go.
Let's pick it up.
When I look out at places like this, I imagine like if you walked a straight line, right? How much would you find? Like if you walked one mile that way, and then you walked, you know, I don't know, off to your left 100 feet and walked back that mile.
More than you could carry in multiple bags worth.
I mean, you'd have to have like the ultimate off-road vehicle. If you had like a deuce and a half, and like and you drove out there with like a 6x, and you loaded it up with a small crane.
Yeah.
And even still, you'd have to do so many trips like that to make a dent, you know? You know, let's look at this thing over here.
I can sit on.
Ah, man. Yeah. That's worth cutting.
Little juicy bug.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I mean, even just this right here.
Yeah, that's a pretty one. It's got good colors. It's solid. It's really fractured up.
So giant agatized log, half out of the ground. Here's a seam agate. It's got to be 75 pounds. 70-pound agate. Man, how often do you get a seam that big? What do you think? Take it?
Yeah, you might have to start. Take a rock, leave a rock.
Yeah, that's very, very impressive. Man, yeah, I think that seam, because it's solid and unfractured. I don't know if anybody else wants to take this log, but that's very cool. Very cool. Happy with this. Now the trick will be to find a saw that I can cut it, or at least like cut one big face of it off so that it can stand up. I think it'll be good, all clean. It'll look interesting. Not car friendly. So that was a lot of fun at that kind of first couple of spots, and I'm going to show you what we have now. We're kind of back at our camp, hanging out, and just relaxing a little bit. We're going to go hit up another spot here shortly that has jasper, which that should be pretty cool because I don't actually have much jasper in the collection. So let me show you what we got. So I have these 2 7-gallon totes, and then this big, I don't know, 50-something pound seam agate, which I would love to cut the bottom off at some point. But, we'll probably go through all of this material before heading home and kind of double check it. But, real quick, this little area that we're camping at, I just kind of thought I would show you what's here, like a piece of jasper. Saw some agates around. There's some nice colorful things here. A lot of just kind of volcanic rock. Actually pulled that big piece out to check it out. Kind of like a mixture of poorly formed jasper. But, there's some nicer things, some nicer color. Might actually take that. But, yeah, it's very prevalent depending on where you're at. We got like a little agate here. So, it's a very cool place. Yeah, I'm impressed. It reminds me of places like Graveyard Point, Little Glass Butte that we've gone to, where kind of like your first visit is like orientating yourself a little bit and figuring out where things are, how things look, because there's not really great info. And yeah, we're just kind of getting the feel for it now. If I come back in a year, come back whenever, I'll have a much better understanding of where the material is and what's good, what to take, what not to take once I get this stuff home and I get it cut. So, yeah, I think we're going to head over and get some jasper next. We are here at this location. Back there, there's fossils, there's jasper. You can see Andrew kind of working his way up the hill, and we're probably going to follow suit here and do the hard walk first, and then slowly work our way back for some jasper. There's a big jasper boulder over by his truck, and we're going to go look at that now.
Keep going, Micah.
So right here, right next to Sarah, this is a big piece of jasper. You can kind of see some of that. It's this blue-gray material, and there's some chunks right there and some stuff right here. Kind of seems a little more chert-like, but, you know, it's hard to tell out in the field. So we're going to head up there. Say hello, Andrew.
Hello, Andrew.
This is interesting. I don't know what that is in the middle of that. Kind of looks like chert between two pieces of rhyolite. Look at this. What do you think of that?
Huh. I don't know.
I think that's got to come home. So there's this like blue chert or jasper up here, which it's cool. Like that. That could be good. Maybe get like some slabs out of that. Yeah, I don't know. But maybe these two. But that might be pushing my limit here of what I can easily get down. So we have finished our day. It was a long day of rockhounding, one day in McDermitt, and I will show you, well, how much material we picked up. So right here is everything for the day. We got the 2 big agates. We got 3 1/4 7-gallon tubs of rock. And, well, I think, you know, we're going to be here most of tomorrow. And then, well, there's going to be a lot of rock cleaning and cutting and all of this. So it should be fun. Hopefully we can fill up this bin. And I have one more bin. So we can maybe do that tomorrow. Well, I hope you liked that. Maybe it gave you a little bit of a taste of what you could get here in McDermitt. My dead cat's blowing into the camera view because it's so windy. And, well, we're going to call it there. Thanks for coming by, watching. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching my entire video. If you like the content that I'm producing here on this channel and you want to support the content even further, you can do so by becoming a channel member by hitting the join button down below. The membership comes with a growing library of exclusive videos and just great other extra content. So just follow the links down below and I will see you on the next video.